What's up, guys? Here, chilling out in the campground. What's up, pup? Play with the goat a bit. And campground life here in ATL has been amazing. It's peaceful out here. I'm in the trees, and I got some work to do. Oi, I got a marketing meeting coming up in 2 hours. It's almost 10 a.m. I think now. I'm studying for my marketing meeting, or getting distracted by social media while I try to study for my marketing meeting. And get notices about, there's all kinds of new regulations coming out for social media. I don't know if most people know this. You might not if you're not a SAG AFTRA actor, because I'm getting notices from the foundation and SAG AFTRA union, and also a couple of the online SaaS programs that I subscribe to promote content and to do the marketing and stuff I do. They've got a couple different things that are kind of cool. There's one going by Congress that's basically make it real. I don't know about you guys, but like personally, I'm turned off by social media a lot lately because I don't know what's real. I don't want to see something you made on AI that I think a human did. That's absolutely the last thing in the world I want to see. And I think a lot of other humans are going to agree with me on that one. If you see somebody hover on a hoverboard and go up 20 feet in the air and then come back down and plant it, dude, that's the technology we're working on nowadays. Like, we're humans that are pre-flight, like pre-personal flight, which is later on in history going to sound silly. Like, pre-personal flight, and you couldn't fly yourself somewhere? The idea to fly ourselves somewhere right now sounds crazy. But we're also working on colonizing Mars. And we're driving electric cars that drive for us. I didn't drive myself home last night. I didn't know how to get here. Button. These things have done millions and millions of miles, and they're not killing people every day. Technology is expanding so fast. The make it real thing is pretty heavy, because I can't watch that many social media reels these days. Honestly, like it kind of kills me, because when I think something is really cool that another human did, it inspires me. It makes me want to go write. It makes me want to say something funny. It makes me want to pull my recorder out and just voice record a cool joke that I'm going to write down later on. Or a bit that I want to put into a set, or it makes me inspired to be like, oh, there's a role I could play. There's a way I could do that, or a way I could reenact that scene you guys did. That's another big one for me, being a content creator. I see somebody do something cool. I'm like, that's inspiring. I want to take inspiration from that and find a way I can touch people in a similar manner. But if you used AI to do it, it kind of messes everything up for all of us, because I'm not using my microphone right now, so I don't know how good this audio is going to be. But the idea of watching something that you think someone else did and being inspired by it, only to then find out that it wasn't actually a human being that created that content, this makes things a little bit tough, because, well, I mean, I don't reckon that needs to be a because. It doesn't. It does not need a because. Human beings respect other human beings for what they've created. AI is created by human beings. So it's kind of killing a lot of us that, like, we're seeing things that we think are real and that are not. And yeah, it's cool that you can program an algorithm or you can prompt an agent to make something cool, but it's not necessarily the attribution of respect, support, and radicalness that we want to give to somebody who did do something really cool. For the kid who spends, a year and a half after finishing his senior project in college and is intent to make a hoverboard that can rise up a few feet in the air and then come back down, or any other kind of amazing technology, this person should not work for 18 months of their life every single day, super hard, and then finally get a 2-minute hovering 3 feet above the ground video, which is amazing, and be trumped by somebody who looks like they're floating 25 feet up there that they think made a hoverboard that they never made. And all of a sudden, that dude who's got the fake video's got 1 million views. And the guy who made the real one gets his product jacked by a big corp. And no one ever knew it was him that made it. And now he doesn't even have a ground to stand on, because he's not the one who blew up on social media for the thing he actually created. Instead, somebody else blew up on social media because they made a fake one that we thought might be real, and we respected that person thinking, hey, he made something really cool that we can use as human beings, that can change culture, change society, alter the way we live our lives for the better. It's not the AI video of the dude hovering 25 feet up by the trees that doesn't exist. And if that took our attention, I might not be as keen to watch the 3-minute video, 2-minute video of a guy hovering a few feet off the ground. I'm just using a hoverboard as an example, but here's a technology that we will have soon in the future. It's personal flight. And right now it's getting trumped by fake. And that's really frustrating because a couple of the guys who have made hoverboards and have made this particular technology, now that I think about it, this is a very, very real world example. I kind of don't consume their content anymore. There's just so many of them where like 90% of the videos I feel like that are out there of people putting themselves into personal flight or using a hoverboard or something like that. Well, they're fake. I think they're real. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Let me check this out. And it's not real. So what is real nowadays? What is real is you. What is real is me. What is real is anybody else who puts something else onto one. Scroll. Go to the next one. That person's real too. Go to the next one. That person's real too. Maybe what you're looking at is not real, but somebody pressed a button somewhere to make that happen. And maybe it was put up by a bot, but a human programmed that bot. A human had to write the code to make the algorithm for that bot. The code has to be human written, essentially, at the very beginning. And even though AI can write code for us, it doesn't necessarily mean that we have a proprietary human written code that can be analyzed by a real thinking mind and altered, which sounds a little bit software tech screwbally, but that's kind of how our world is working now. A lot of people think, oh, AI is just going to write the code for us. AI is a machine. AI is something that humans built. AI is something that's learning off of a model of other computers that we have. And large language models are, by and large, not understood by the most, understood on how to use them, almost not at all. And then the new coded technology that everybody's jumping onto, it's not making it better. Back to the thing going past Congress that SAG AFTRA sent me a notice about this morning. Basically, their headline of their email going out to, can I turn the camera here? I don't know if I can turn the camera. No, I don't think I can. All right. So their main headline of the email going out to all SAG AFTRA actors, everybody who's in the union, is basically the headline is ready to do something about AI, ? And then when you open the email, it's got a big SAG AFTRA logo and it says Take It Down Day. Okay. Take It Down is what they're promoting right now. And it says coming soon is #NoFakes. #NoFakes. I think it's pretty cool the direction they're heading on this. Now, I do not think this is a don't take away jobs from actors play. That is not what this is. This is not don't take our jobs, don't take our modeling jobs. Reimpose my face 15 times and get 25 people who look just like me who are around my same age and demographic and make a peer-based classroom of people who look like me and use that. And hey, my face gets out there more with better facial recognition and more exposed and more relatable to other people. Boom, there you go. Steal my modeling job and put 25 other models that are AI generated based off of the rendition of my jawline. Well, guess what? We had to get that jawline from somewhere. We had to get that facial structure from somewhere. So you could think of it as, oh, the AI bot's going to take my job, or someone's going to superimpose my face 25 times, and now I've got 25 times more impressions out there. Maybe I didn't get paid, but what's worth more, the payday, or 25 times the exposure and impressions on a facial image that looks like mine, that someone might recognize and say, hey, I think I know that guy. Random example I'm using right now, but it's not a don't take away jobs. It's don't mess up the industry and the way that we're living our lives, and don't accelerate things past the rate that human beings can keep up with. My opinion. So, dear Kyle, this is from SAG AFTRA. Today, May 19, is Take It Down Day. And on this anniversary of the Take It Down Act being signed into law, we must make protecting individuals' rights in the age of AI a top legislative priority. Now, I don't know that much about the exact details of how this is going through Congress, but the ideology is we are protecting an industry that entertains most of us. The entertainment industry is it's a humongous thing. Think of every movie you've ever watched, every television show you've ever consumed, everything that was professionally created ever since the dawn of time. There is a separation between content creation and UGC versus professionally generated content. Okay, UGC is one thing, pro-generated content, real production, directors. If you haven't spent a day on a movie set, it is a different beast. Every minute costs a ton of money. And what comes out is amazing, incredible art. It's also very, very, it's laborious. It is really hard work. The hardest for an actor, honestly, it just like in some of the smaller scenes I've done, or like the parts I've had doing a commercial, you'll be on set and have to sit in one position for a really long time. Doing yoga is actually honestly one of the things that helped me the most in acting when on set, because you have to stay in a pose, and my mind might be going 5 other places, and my character might also not want to be in that pose, and it might not help that character's development express who that character really is via that pose. But for the lighting, for the sound, for the cameras, the angles, we have to keep that exact pose to check for shadows, to check for marks, to check for everything else. Guys are running around with pieces of tape and marking them where our feet are and where like my hand is if it's on a coffee table, or if my arm is up reaching toward a bookshelf. They're gonna mark all that so they can get the lighting, the sound, everything exact. This is not UGC, this is not user-generated content people are creating on their phones. This is real production. So keeping industries separated and still aligned a little bit is kind of important. I think we want to be entertained. We want to see radical stuff. And we also want to see UGC that people that are video editors are creating. And we want all of this, but I think controlling the way that we consume it and the way it gets to us is somewhat important, because we don't want deep fakes taking away our opportunity to have real good art. So you can help make AI, continuing from SAG AFTRA, you can help make AI protections a reality by visiting this link and signing on to this letter to Congress expressing your support for the No Fakes Act. All right, so I'm going to click here. Let's see what else they say about it first, though, so I can educate the masses. It is warm in here because I forgot to use my professional microphone. I'm closing the door so I can use the Tesla comfort of almost secured environments. All right, if passed, this law will protect all of us. All eyes on me! Couldn't protect all of us! Okay, bad jokes. All right, the Nurture Originals. Okay, what's the No Fakes Act? This is giving you a little bit of a description. I'm just going to read out what they wrote here so I can share that information with you. But boy, oh boy, is it getting warm inside of here. Yeah, it warms up by about 10 a.m. here in Atlanta. Woo! It's going to be warm in a couple of months. Right now is May 19th, and whoo! Is this warm by 10 a.m.? Yikes! I've realized I do have to go to bed at a decent hour, because sleeping in here, good luck sleeping in a tent when the sun comes over the top of the trees. If you've gone camping ever in your life, you know what that's like. All right. Thanks for your patience, guys. All right, one key component. All right, the Nurture. Here we go. All right. Wow, these glasses are dirty, but I'm going to read through them anyways. All right, what is the No Fakes deal? So according to SAG AFTRA, they're going to kind of break it down just a couple paragraphs here, like real simple, basic description of it. And so here's what they're actually saying to SAG AFTRA members. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how hot I got in here. Yeah, sun comes out, heats up the tent, heats up the car. I could press the air button, but I don't want to mess up the sound quality. Oh my goodness. Top tier audio. Why are we always chasing you? What's the No Fakes Act? The Nurture Originals. Foster art and keep entertainment safe. Okay, so the Nurture Originals foster art and keep entertainment safe. Or No Fakes Act would establish the first federal intellectual property right in voice and likeness. I like that. My voice is important to me, and I get a lot of compliments on my voice, and I spent years and years developing my voice and training my voice. I've spent a lot of money with vocal groups, vocal meetups, writers groups, acting coaching, and I've worked with voice coaches for over many years throughout my life to develop my voice better. That's one of the things I often have to work on myself. And different vocal movements. I've got one coach I used to go to. I do private sessions with him regularly, and I still have the list. I got to break them out actually. Moving your tongue into different parts of your mouth. It's like in learning to make different sounds with different parts of your mouth and enunciate different parts of speech in a manner that you want to. It takes training, and it takes quite a bit of work, and that's something important. Just reading that one line, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, I've spent tons and tons, hundreds and hundreds, thousands of hours developing my voice and training. Thousands for sure. Hundreds just going to the trainings with acting coaches and doing the practices and going through the sheets, making all kinds of weird sounds with that favorite voice of our mouth. But that's important to me. This is something we need immediately. Back to the article. The note. email sent out by SAG AFTRA to all union members. Okay, this is something we need immediately. One key component of this legislation is the establishment of a mandatory takedown basis. Okay, a mandatory takedown process. This means if you see your voice or likeness non-consensually replicated on an online platform, there would be a system in place for demanding removal. I am very pro this. Okay, you want to repeat Kyle Corbett's voice? All you got to do is go to each one of my socials. I'm telling you, I have a jacket right now. Steal any celebrity's voice. All you got to do is go to anybody who's spoken online a lot and has a good amount of content speaking to the world out there, and have an AI algorithm, have an AI agent review the sound of that voice, copy the pitch, tone, and inflections and timing, and a number of other data points that AI can do pretty easily, and you can copy my voice pretty close. You can probably get a voice that sounds very like to mine pretty quick. And now here's two different advantages. I think I see two different things. I'm producing a voice recorded format of my book, Hindsight 2020. The book I wrote a couple years ago. It's available on Amazon. And I'm also working on finishing the first book I wrote, my better book, my best book, the good one coming out. Working title of Steel Whole, and making an audiobook out of it. Now, when I read back my own literature and did it into an audio recording, it didn't come out exactly how I wanted to, because I didn't have the tone and direction. Like I didn't have the vibe. It wasn't the sound I wanted, really. And I was like, okay, I could probably have somebody else, maybe another voice, do this, or I could work on having AI replicate my voice and make it better, and basically train the AI in order to get the agent to understand my voice well enough. And there's a few different ones out there. The one I've been thinking about using is possibly 11 Labs. I tried HeyGen a little bit, but man, they're still billing me. I think I've been trying to freaking get rid of the HeyGen AI subscription for a while. But I would rather use one of these and use my voice. But I don't want everybody else to then be able to go into that platform and be like, huh, I'm also going to audio record a book and sound just as cool as Kyle Corbett. No, this is my voice. I own this. You don't get to take that. And if you do take that and then you get popular on social media by doing something that I've spent my life developing, no, I have a problem with that. And I think everybody should. And not just actors and people in the union. I mean, all someone's got to do is steal your kid's voice who's killing it #1 in their industry, and then jack their likeness and take over their ability to expose themselves to more people in their social popularity. No, we don't want to jeopardize that. I don't think anybody in the world wants their likeness or their ability to connect with the world to be jeopardized. No one wants to be cloned by somebody else and be taken away. It's like taking someone's, man, I want to use a different word than likeness. That's like taking someone's soul almost. It's like, hey, cool, you're really funny, and you dance better than me, and you've got a better voice than me, and you're ripped out like I wish I could be, and you've got the haircut I want, and okay, I'm now going to use that to create all the stuff that I can't do, but I'm going to use your voice, your face, your ability in dancing. Wait, no, that person developed that voice. Is fortunate to have that face. But you can't take those strong points from that person. Otherwise, you're stealing like beyond aura, like the essential elements that make us us and individualized from the rest of the people out there. If there's 20 of us in a room, not all 19 should be able to replicate the likeness of one of the other people in the room. Otherwise, why don't we all just be the same? Why don't we just walk in as sheep, wear the same clothes, keep our heads down so you can't see our faces, mask up so that we're all the same? Why? Because we don't matter? Make us matter. And I think that this is actually important here. I'm getting a little more personal on this than I thought I would, and a little more opinionated. All right, so No Fakes Act has bipartisan support and is backed by both labor and our industry. All right. Supporters include the Motion Picture Association. Motion Picture Association is on top of this. They're backing this. The Recording Industry Association of America. Recording artists, guys. Yeah, thank you for joining in on this. All the big guys are in here. AFL CIOs on this. IBM, OpenAI, Google, YouTube. Wow, didn't expect to see OpenAI on there. Yeah, I think this is good stuff. The No Fakes Act has bipartisan support and is supported by all those people. Motion Picture Association, Recording Industry of America, Recording Industry Association of America, AFL, CIO, OpenAI, and Google and YouTube. All right. The No Fakes Act. Pretty cool stuff. The bill is also written with the First Amendment in mind, they go on to say. Explicitly ensuring exemptions for news, public affairs, commentary, criticism, scholarship, satire, parody, and limited documentary or historical uses. Boom! They've already written everything in there that could block this not being a good idea. You can still open the side door to likeness of a person for all of those reasons. For public affairs, for news, for commentary, for criticism, for parody, for satire, and for limited documentary exposure or historical use. You've got everything we need there. You just can't jack who somebody is or try to get famous off of somebody else's personality and likeness. This is pretty well protected as well. I didn't expect them to have the exemptions in there, and that's a lot of exemptions, and that really allows you to do whatever you want. It's pretty cool. So here's the hard truth they go on to say. Here's the hard truth. Deep fakes can ruin all lives. It doesn't matter if you're a public figure or a high school student being exploited by predators on the internet. Let's work together to make no fakes the law of the land. All right, SAG AFTRA. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna click the link. I'm going to go ahead and click that link, and yeah, I support this. I hope you guys do too. And I hope this helps art and AI continue to grow in their own relative spheres bipartisanly and interjectionally. There's going to be a Venn diagram where there's some overlap, and we're really going to enjoy seeing the entertainment industry and the artificial intelligence industry, these areas grow together, and there will be overlap. That Venn diagram I'm talking about, those two circles, they're gonna roll together, and right there in the middle, we're gonna see magic. We're gonna see better movies than we've ever seen before. We're gonna see more content that's so much better than anything we've ever seen, as long as we control it and we don't let somebody who's an X part of the world on an island steal dude over here's homework who worked real hard on it. All right. I'm signing the petition. Hope you guys do too. Well, you might not be able to, because you may not be SAG AFTRA, but yeah, this is something cool. I'm curious to see where it goes. This was not the point of my video today. I was gonna vlog about a whole other set of things, but hey, I'm in Atlanta. I'm an actor and comedian, content creator, and entrepreneur who is taking big moves in my life, and I'm scared shizzle. I'm like shaking in the morning. I'm gonna go. I'm working on not saying shit or fuck when I wake up in the morning. Pardon me, I try not to curse on my social media videos, but I'm trying not to wake up and drop bad words on myself, because I'm like, this is a lot I'm taking on. This is intimidating. This is a different life. I'm hanging out with a whole different crowd and new people, and I'm learning, and I'm culturally developing myself, which I'm always doing, going around the world doing different things. But this is not stuff that takes little bits of strength, of personal veracity. This is stuff that takes like kind of world shaking, like get up there and do it, getting up onto a mic your first time kind of stuff. And yeah, this industry change is a little bit powerful for me. It's a little bit powerful, especially like, you know, I just moved to Atlanta. Like, it's a big move. And yeah, this is some important stuff. And I gotta jump off here because I have a marketing meeting in a little while, and I gotta also get onto some promotional stuff we have coming up for you here in Atlanta. We got some cool shows coming up. We have some car shows and karaoke shows. We're gonna have some comedy shows coming up. We're gonna have an open mic you guys can sign up for, and we're gonna be hosting a few different events down here in South Atlanta. I'm excited and stoked to show you guys some of the stuff we're gonna be doing. We're gonna have a car wash. We're gonna have a car show. Some beautiful rides all set up out front. We've also got a bunch of Instagrammers that are content creators with their rides, and these guys do book their cars for shows. So if you guys are doing a video or something and you wanna have a really flash car in the video, hit us up, shoot me a DM. come out to one of our events. You'll be able to book a bunch of different cool cars, and you'll be able to meet the car's owners, talk to them about them, learn about the builds, and some of these music builds. Your mind will be blown when you see these vehicles. I've put up a little bit on my social. I'm going to put up more, but we've got some really cool stuff coming, some really cool partnership with local venue owners, and we're out here. Come out here with us. We're having fun. Yeah, the cops have shown up most times of our events, but that's okay. They're not going to stop. But neither are we. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you all soon. I'm so used to saying we'll sail you soon. Nope. We'll see you soon on the screen. All right, come out to the events, guys, and I'm going to keep you guys up to date on what's going on with the acting industry and this AI revolution we've got going on. Cheers. Till the next one.